welcome to Saturday Night Live. I'm sorry I'm 19 minutes late. Well, got a few problems. Hello, Yoakum. Yes, I got my socks on. And got a problem. Two problems. One is with StreamYard. They're charging me $25 a month, which I did not authorize it. The email I've never even heard of. Then this week they charged me $44.99 with the right email. And I called my bank. It's fraud. I didn't authorize it. It's a different email. And I don't even have that email. So I don't know where StreamYard gets the idea of making up an email and charge you $25 on your card, and it's not your email. My email is tcartwright54@gmail, not the one that they said that I'm using. I want to welcome 2 new members to my YouTube channel. I got to figure out who they are. One is Mrs. KY something. Mrs. KY Reacts, REACTS. Welcome. You got some nice videos. And I want you people, I'm going to type her MRS. KY REACTS. I want you all go to her YouTube channel. She got some nice YouTube channels by being from Kentucky. Let's get her YouTube channel up. Let's do that. And I want to thank the other young man. Let's see if I can type his name in there. SONSHIPSOL. And I want you to subscribe to his channel. That's my 2 new ones. Thank you all. Thank you. And, let's see, I got it. Okay. And I'm mad at StreamYard. I even sent them a letter through the U.S. mail. And they sent me something. I didn't see there was a time limit on it. And I sent back, this is my email. I don't know whose email that is. So I figure somebody at StreamYard decided to help somebody out and take $25 out of my checking account that I did not okay it. And right now I filed a fraud report with my bank today, and a fraud report with my bank today, because I did not authorize it. I did authorize the $44.99. I think it's 99. I'm not quite sure, but StreamYard screwed up. And I got a new card. The bank talked about, said, well, we're going to have to issue a new card. I said, wait a minute. I got 10 different people out there. It takes the money out of my card, my cell phone, my insurance, this and that. That's a whole lot of people because StreamYard screwed up without my permission. I even went on X or YouTube or one of those places and told them this is my email. I said, you're taking $44.99 question mark. I said, the other one, 25 with, I don't know whose email account it is. It ain't mine. Only got 2 emails. Well, I got 3 if you count Apple. But I don't use Apple as email. And I want everybody to have a good weekend. It's Memorial Weekend. I was thinking maybe Monday to go to Charlestown to the memorial thing at 10 o'clock up on the square. Okay, my next problem. I should have knew better. I should have knew better. Stop buying used riding lawnmowers. And I was cutting some grass today. And I was cutting all once that blew a big puff of smoke out. Like, if you all been to the racetracks, you seen when somebody blows an engine, how much smoke it put out. That's what it did. So I think I got a blowing engine in that riding lawnmower. That's all I had this week, people, is bad luck. It's bad luck. And I can't afford anything on $900 a month. I feel like I'm being let down by somebody. I guess now my next go around will be a new riding lawnmower. You looking at about $3,000. I don't have. I can't go borrow any money. I got so many bills that I can't afford any extra payments. I just can't afford it. My YouTube is different from all your people's YouTube channel. I'm 70 plus years old with 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, and back problems. There's things I can't do. I'm not even supposed to push a mower. But it seems now I have to go back to push a mower and probably die because of my heart problems. Any of you people out there know if you had a heart attack or a stroke, you know what you cannot do. I know that money's tight, but I know there's people out there that can help me out. And I'll let you know a place in Scottsburg, Indiana. It's Ace Hardware. I think it's called Scott's Ace Hardware in Scottsburg, Indiana, at the corner of 31 and 56, I think. They got my name on record, my address, where I bought a weed eater, chainsaw. They got it in their paperwork. That's the closest new place to get a new riding lawnmower. I'm sick and tired of buying a used lawnmower. The others I had was 10 to 15 years old. This riding lawnmower is about 4 to 5 years old. I think I blew the engine in it. And I should never bought it. I should never done that. But you learn from your mistakes. But people, if you can help me out, I got my post office box on there. If you want to send a cashier's check and a letter, you can look it up on the internet at, I think it's Scott's Ace Hardware Store in Scottsburg, and see what a riding lawnmower or a zero turn. I'd rather have a zero turn with the roll bars for my safety, because hello, War. Okay, let's put War down for a new TV. Let me put him up there. Let's put War down for a new TV. He could use a new TV. He's about my age. He's on a fixed income. And if you all people know War up there, let's get him a new TV. Let's get his subscribers up. Let's get his watch hours up, where he can get super chats. That'll help him. Let's get my subscribers up. Let's get my watch hours up. Because if I get my watch hours up, then I get super chats, then I have money coming in where I can buy me a new lawnmower. But I guess I'm not a female and a drug addict. If you want to know who I'm talking about, it's Lisa Richards. I forget what state she lives in. She's a drug addict, always on YouTube, TikTok, and I don't know where else she's at. Always begging for money to buy food, but she used it to buy her crack cocaine. You could tell looking at her. If you knew people who've been on crack cocaine, how much it has changed the looks. And I want to thank your new people. We're a YouTube family. We help each other out. We give each other ideas. I don't have nothing else to do, people. I'm in my 70s. Hey, that's what we here for, War, to help us out. That's what we're here for, to help each other out and help us pass the time away. But I think I blew the engine in the new Troy built I got last month. This is the third time I used it, put new blades on it this week. And I was cutting some grass, and I want to puff out some smoke and smoke like a freight train. I know some of you said go to Facebook to Marketplace, people. This is the third one in about 7 years of riding a lawnmower that either stopped, blew up, or locked up. I don't want no more used ones. By having the new one, people, it's under warranty. If any of you can help me out, I appreciate it. I also need 2 tires. I think it's P21560R16. It's on a 2011 Toyota Camry. Plus, I need my front end line. If you can help me on that. Right now, I'm running on a donut tire. I would call my friend, but his business, they sold out. His partner passed away in December. And there's no way I can ask him. I guess I'm going to have to, because I can make payments to him where other places I can't. But that's about the couple of things that happened this week. My radishes is popping up in the planter. I look out in the garden, it's popping up. The corn is taking its sweet time popping through the dirt. And I did go to the sale barn, walk around and all this. My neighbor's dad had surgery, I guess this morning or this afternoon, for either gallbladder or kidney stones. I think it's gallbladder. He's older than me. I said maybe probably 80s, I would think. And usually you have your gallbladder out when you're young. And man, he's falling to pieces. But if you all can help me out, I appreciate it. Number one is StreamYard problems. I didn't authorize the $25 to take out of my account. It's not even my email that I don't even have, and I don't know where they got that from. I think StreamYard being hacked, I guess. That's the only explanations I come out. But the only email I use is tcartwright54@gmail. That's the one I use, and they took out $44.99, I think. I'm not sure. I know it's 44 something. That's the count they supposed to take it out, not the $25. Well, back in my younger days, I used to cut grass in the cemetery where I used to live in Charlestown. Drove an 18-wheeler, had my own truck, had at least to Perkins Furniture, delivering furniture, new furniture for your house and office equipment. And I think the other trucking company was Transmatic, hauling plasma all over the United States to L.A., California, up at the airport, blood banks, get plasma out of the freezer, swinging meat. That scared the daylights out of me. And then work in a cabinet factory, which is Has Cabinet in Salisbury, Indiana. Worked there in 73, I think, 72, 73. I had my Monte Carlo then. And, I went back and forth, working at the cemetery, drive a truck. Before my son was born, I was driving an 18-wheeler. And I had probably 30 years or more at the cemetery, cutting grass, weed eating, poison, spray around the tombstones and the weeds. But my dad passed away in April of 92. And I lasted about 1 year. I couldn't do it anymore because I had medical problems and I just had to quit. So I went on, signed up for Social Security and SSI. And I finally got on it. I had to see about 20 psychiatrists. My average IQ is around 62, 63, which the way I understand it, I'm on the borderline either way. I'm slow on some things. Some things I don't know how to do it. Some things I know how to do it. It's hard for me to comprehend certain things. And now I had 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, back problems, and I'm just falling to pieces. And I want to thank you all that's popping in here. I don't have nothing to do. I'm bored. I wish I could do like you other people here on YouTube. Got good videos, good content. But I'm 70 plus years old. I can't get out. I live out in the boonies or the country. There's no lights. And if you out this time of night around where I live, the cops will pull you over. And I don't want to get out at night. I know I had cataract surgery back in February and March. And I just don't want to get out there and drive at night because some of those lights is real bright. And I would love to do what RD on the Scene and Kern County Crime Watcher, White T-Shirt Media, all them people in Bakersfield, California, when they out early in the morning or late at night, it looks like daylight. You can see plenty of things. And what's his name? Bronson. He's in Florida. He does cop watch things. Make sure cops behave themselves. I watch a whole lot of those videos. And I know you all recommend. I was doing some court videos. Last year, I done the videos on Karen Reed murder case, which she getting the shaft. She didn't kill her boyfriend, who was a cop in Canton, Massachusetts. She didn't kill him. She was set up. When you watch that trial, people, even if you look at last year's trial, the cops had a video in their car that shows her tail light. Her tail light was not busted out, as they said in the trial. And other questions, why didn't officer go in the house and question that cop where he was murdered by those people in that house. Why did the FBI get involved in it? Why did a state trooper get fired? He committed perjury. As a jury person, I have my reasonable doubts. And this judge should excuse herself because she is nutty as a fruitcake, thinks she is on the take. Maybe she taking bribes. They got a nickname for her, Bev, Crazy Bev or something. She's a bad judge. They should have got to change the venue, which you go to another county. You have a different prosecutor. You people know. She ain't going to get a fair trial. And the judge is changing on your, First Amendment rights. You can't wear a shirt to free Karen Reed within so many feet of the courthouse. That, to me, violating First Amendment rights. People, it's crazy. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. There's some people said she's guilty. But in my book, people on Karen Reed, I watched the trial last year. And everything they said in that, she is not guilty. If I was one of the jury, she'd be not guilty. But I don't live in Canton, Massachusetts. I think it is, MA, Massachusetts. But I think this jury is beginning to catch on the lies. And we have to wait and see. Juries does get it wrong. And she got a whole lot of attorneys thanks to people donating to Karen Reed. Also, I want to thank Turtle Boy for bringing it to us. You all go to Turtle Boy's YouTube channel. You can keep up to date. But it's not rated PG like this channel is. You could say it's rated kind of X because there's a few words that you might not like. I will be on here Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow's Sunday. I had to think what day it was. To do Bob Joyce. And the rules of this YouTube channel is God's rules. No cussing, no fighting, no arguing. I got to put my glasses on where I can read it better. Casper Zephyr. But people, hey, Can you send that to me in an email? tcartwright54@gmail.com. Let's see if I can find me a pencil. Oh, I dropped one on the floor. Oh, let me check my YouTube channel. I checked it later because I was watching the video before I came live.
City Center, JetBlue 711, flight 340, clear drive.
I got everything written down. I know 709. It's just been a bad week for me. First, I blew a tar Wednesday on my way to St. Matthews in Kentucky, which that's the outskirts of Louisville, Kentucky. I'm ashamed of LMPD Police Department. That's Louisville Metro Police Department. They wouldn't stay there behind me with the red and blue lights on like Indiana does. Indiana would help me change the flat tar, but LMPD wouldn't. That's all I had this week, people, is bad luck. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I need 2 front tires and front end alignment. You could check in your state where you live, and you know what 2 tires will cost for a 2011 Toyota Camry, which I believe is P21560R16, I believe, and a front end alignment, if you can help me out. That's how come I got my post office box in there, which is post office box number 1. If you want to send a cashier's check, I can put that in the bank and use my debit card to get it out. You know, when I went to the sale barn this morning, I asked a few people where I can go to buy 2 tires and a front end alignment. and I just can't take out any more loans. I just don't have the money. And it's 57 degrees here where I'm at in southern Indiana, Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is in Celsius. And I want to thank all you people who has subscribed to me. God bless you. I've helped out a whole lot of people because they're low on subscribers. I gave them the thumbs up. I helped them get their subscribers up. And, well, I'm doing pretty good. I didn't know if I was going to make it on here tonight because I was sick last night. I ate something, and I think my throat kind of closed up. It looks like I'm going to have to get hold of the doctor again, where they put me to sleep, send the scope down, and spread it open. They use a small one instead of the one they usually have, and I think it closed back up. I haven't ate for 24 hours, drank anything. I couldn't drink water. Everything came back up like there was something stuck in my throat. I ate a piece of my son's, it's kind of like hamburger, but I didn't have no A1 sauce or Worcestershire sauce to put on it. Maybe it would have been better. And all once I kept drinking water today, it finally, I guess, washed that out because I couldn't throw up no more. And you people who's nurses that work for doctors like that spread your throat, make it bigger, I guess I'm going to have it done again. It was done a year ago this month. I wonder if there's a warranty on it. But if you all wants to know what's in here, is Pepsi Zero. Because I don't get paid to advertise Pepsi Zero. The reason I push Pepsi Zero, people, is because I'm a diabetic. Some of your people out there drink diet drinks. But just like you people drink coffee, instead of putting sugar, you use either little blue packets or the pink packets. That's a substitute for sugar, but it's still in the sugar category. And I drink orange juice, but I like orange juice with that pulp in it, P-U-L-P pulp in it. I like that. That tastes like orange juice. It's hard to find, at least in my area, at least the 2 JC stores, the one in Charlestown and Scottsburg. I'm hoping that StreamYard to get my crap straightened out. They took out $25 last week, which That's not my account. That's not even my email account. They had Tom S. Cartwright Sr. Why would anybody use their real name in an email? That's how they steal your idea. I ain't that stupid. I don't even have an email account in that name. So somebody at StreamYard is helping somebody else out, and I'm paying for their StreamYard. And I ain't paying for it because I done called the bank, made a fraud report, filed a fraud report, notified the police department of ID theft on my card. That's what I was told to do. I've been through this once before. That's how come I'm mad at StreamYard. I even tried to send them an email. I know one of you gave me a phone number. Forget that. It don't work. That phone number does not work. You know, I've looked that up. I sent them a letter by the United States Post Office and told them. I told them my email account. They came back with 2 different email accounts. And my email is tcartwright54@gmail. So StreamYard stole $25 from me. The only explanation I understand that I could figure out, like I said, I'm not that smart. StreamYard got hacked. That's the only explanation I got. They got hacked, made up an email account. And I try to send an email to that account. It comes back undeliverable. So I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. And the other thing I've talked about tonight, I bought a used lawnmower about 4 to 5 years old. And I think the engine went, it blew up because it puffed out some smoke and all that. You all ever been in the car races? When you see the car goes around the track, even if it's asphalt or dirt, when they blow the engine, it smokes like crazy. I look for oil anywhere on that engine if I blew something. I can't find no oil blow. So I don't know what. Hello, John Wayne. Here, people. Here's John Wayne. I guess he wants some loving. Yeah, you want some loving. Say hi to all these people. I know some of you are animal lovers. Some of you got dogs, you got cats, you got all kinds of pets. I'm scratching his back, and it kind of drives him crazy. Yeah, that's right, ain't it? Yeah. And if I have to go to the bathroom, as soon as you put the toilet seat down, he hears it. He comes running. And you better make sure you got your breeches up where he can jump on your lap. If you don't, you know, kitty cat's claws is like razor blades. They'll cut the heck out of you. You find all kinds of scratches on my arms and my legs. Ain't that right, John Wayne? He's the number 1 tomcat. I'm saying he's somewhere between 8 and 10 years old. Him and his brothers and sisters was just a baby kitty cat when I brought him when I moved into this house 6 to 8 years ago. So he's probably 8 to 10 years old, somewhere in that time frame. And him and his brother, before his brother passed away, like Nancy and Kathy, the female cats I got in the bedroom, Margaret had her babies in the closet. John Wayne and Tiger stayed in there with Margaret. They helped to clean them up after birth. They stayed in there a couple of days. After they cleaned them up and all that, they left. They came back out here to the living room. Usually, tomcats won't take care of the babies. Most of them will kill the babies, especially if there's baby tomcats. I can take them in there to those female cats. They hiss at them, especially when they hunting for a boyfriend. You know what I'm talking about. They still hiss at them. But that's okay. I don't need no more inside baby kitty cats. Outside, I don't mind the baby kitty cat, because the mama teach him how to catch birds and mice and all this. And since I lost Mama Blackie in December, which that's the mother of the outside mama cats and the grandma, they always see January and LB always had their babies up here on the porch in the cubby hole where they, between the steps and the wall, they usually get down underneath there and have their babies. And this year they didn't do it. So that means they're going to be scaredy cats when they bring them back, not used to my voice and stuff like that. You all know how it is if you got outside kitty cats. So I don't think I'm going to be on here an hour tonight. I think I'm going to cut it short because it's Saturday and your kids is out of school. Well, when I use StreamYard, I can put, have my guests come into my studio. Sometimes I do that. If I had your email or cell phone, I could send you an email or a text with HTT. Well, you know what I'm talking about. And I do that sometimes. I like to share other people's videos on here, as long as they're not copyrighted. And that's why I use StreamYard. I tried others like OBS, but I'm not smart enough, people, to figure OBS out.
44 flight level 370.
And it was too complicated for this old man to use OBS. And on my cell phone, I use Prison Live Studio. Sometimes I bring up like Twitch and YouTube, but I could bring up Facebook, but I just don't want to go on Facebook because they violate the First Amendment rights of people. I won't do that. I don't even have Facebook on my computer for that reason. I know there's a whole lot of people on Facebook. If like Elon Musk was to buy Facebook, 50% of it, I might consider it. But right now, I won't do Facebook. I know there's Discord and a bunch of others, and Twitch, like that. But that's how come my YouTube is not growing like some people, because I don't have the right content. Because there's things that I can do and can't do. I can't be out everywhere daytime and nighttime up in Scott County or Clarksville where I can do car wrecks and stuff like that, which I love to do and bring it to you because you all like car wrecks. And I do have guests come on sometimes. And I want to thank you people to help me out on my iPhone, tell me how to screenshot. I've been doing some of that, which I want to thank you all for helping this old man out. Like I said, there's certain car wrecks I won't film. And like you all go back in my videos, I think it was last year, I done an accident that happened at the 23.5 mile marker of I-65, involving two USB, an old couple and a young people. And the old man got out of the car, started walking around, or the SUV, which I want to give you all a good hint. Don't get out of your vehicle when you're in a car wreck until the EMT comes up and checks you out. Because when you get hit in the rear end, your neck will get hit, and you could die if you get out and walk around. This old man died at the scene of a heart attack. I showed him out walking around. Then I moved my cell phone over to the young people. Then I happened to glance out of the corner of my eye that he was down. He died. Hello, Anthony. That does happen. See, when I first got that lawnmower last month, I drained the oil out and put new oil in it. And I was cutting. I put oil in it like the book calls for. I think it was 10W40, I think. I was cutting grass all at once that blew out a puff of smoke. And I made it back home and pulled it in the shed, but I had to pull it out because it was still smoking like a freight train after I shut it off. I didn't want to take a chance of burning the metal shed down. So but people, with my income around $900, I can't afford to buy a new one. I know some of you said go to Facebook to Marketplace. I don't want no more used ones. I want something that has a warranty. If anything happens to it, the warranty will take care of it. Out of my $900 I get a month, people, I make a house payment, car insurance, house payment, electric bill, water bill, cell phone insurance. I make 2 other payments. I just can't afford no more payments. You know, that's how come I'm trying to get my watch hours up where I can get super chats. And that helped me out with some of my problems. You know, I've told you all at Scott Ace Hardware Store in Scottsburg, Indiana. They got ride lawnmowers. They got 0 turns. You can look them up on the internet. And they got my address on file where I bought a weed eater. This year I bought a chainsaw, a steel, both of them still, the weed eater and chainsaw. And, you know, I wish my luck could change. So far this week, my luck went, it was bad this week. I had a flat tire on my 2011 Toyota. I need 2 new tires and a front end alignment. Now it looks like I'm going to have a new lawnmower. But I just don't have the money. I'm sorry. If I have to go back to a push lawnmower, there's a 50-50 chance that I could have a heart attack or a stroke. I got an acre of ground to cut. And with a riding lawnmower, I can cut that in about 30 minutes. With a push mower, it'd take me a week at 10 minutes a time. You know, I'm being honest with you all. Because there's no use to lie. If I lie to you, God will punish me. That's how come I won't lie. Well, this one on this Troy built rider, it's not a Briggs and Stratton. It's a Kohler. Okay, I'll be on here tomorrow night at 7 to do my Bob Joyce. If you all like preachers, you'll like Bob Joyce. I want to see what he's going to do for Memorial Weekend. And so I've been on here 59 minutes. I try to keep it an hour because I know I'm boring, nothing to do. And I know there's somebody out there that can help me. 2 new tires and a front end alignment, and also a new rider. That's how come I threw Scott's Ace Hardware Store in Scottsburg, Indiana, where you can buy to them, and I guess they will deliver because I got no way to haul it. That's how come I throw them in there. So I appreciate y'all's help. Maybe if I was a female, I could get more stuff, but I'm not. I'm a male, and I'm proud of it. And so it's time for me to get off of here. I told you the problems I had today with StreamYard, my lawnmower, plus my car. And also, people don't buy LG thin Q stove because they got a problem with it. It's been over a week. When it comes Monday, it's been 2 weeks since we asked for our money back with the 7% sales tax added to it, because that's what we paid for it. And I want to thank you all that have called them and all this on my behalf. And some of you told them you ain't going to buy a LG thin Q stove because of the problems they have. You do get lemons in everything: cars, trucks, SUV, TV, because they are either made on a Monday or Friday. You all say, what do you mean made on a Monday or Friday? Well, Fridays, they're in a hurry to get home. Monday, they're either hungover or fight with their maid, or they're not in too good a mood. They do have lemons on Mondays and Fridays. And I know we got lemon law. I done turned LG into the Federal Trade Commission, the BBB, and the local TV news troubleshooter, and your beautiful people here on YouTube. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the new subscriber. I just don't know, Anthony. Come on, John Wayne. You ain't getting up there on my computer. So I gave you all the problems I'm having. You got my PayPal account, my Cash App, you got my post office. I told you about Scott's Ace Hardware Store in Scottsburg, Indiana, which is about 6 miles up the road from me. I appreciate your all's help. I know money's tight, but I'm talking to the people that has money. Even if you could donate $5, that's okay, or $1. I don't have the super chats until I get at least 2,000 watch hours. That's with 500 subscribers. Because if you got 1,000 subscribers, you need 4,000 watch hours. My dreams is to get over 1,000 subscribers and my 4,000 watch hours. But I'm over 500, but I need 2,000 watch hours. And I want to thank you all. You all have a great weekend. If you got kids, before you go to bed tonight, tell them you love them, because anything can happen while you're sleeping. You could die in your sleep. The house could get broken into. Your house can catch on fire. You always tell your children you love them, no matter how old they are. Before you go to work, you tell them you love them in case something happens. Ain't that right, John Wayne? Come on, you're knocking my headphones off and a few other things off of my table. So, people, I love you. Peace. Aloha. God loves you. God does not give up on you all. If you don't believe in God, It's okay. So good night, sweet dreams, and I catch you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Bob Joyce. You take care too, Anthony. I love you all. We are YouTube family. We help each other out. So thank you all for showing up tonight, and I catch you all later.